Hey guys, it's Gadget. I'm just checking my computer because there we go. That sounds better. All right. Just had to check my volume. But hi guys. This is the 2016, well, the end of 2016 My Life series, episode 2. Today's date is on 9/9/16, so September 9th, 2016. I know I promised to do one each day, but I was trying to figure out something. And as you guys see, I have pigtails in my hair because when I'm cleaning my house or apartment, I do that. And I just realized I don't have enough soap and softener, so basically I have to figure out what I'm doing tomorrow when I go out to do laundry. All right, but I wanted to tell you guys, I want to vlog while I'm outside and everything. Okay, fine and great. My thing right now is the fact that I found my old camera, but it's 10 megapixels. I don't know how good the quality will be and stuff. I've used it before, but with all the new technology, I don't know if it'll be enough pixels and everything, because I want to start editing things, showing you outside, things I do throughout the day. I also have a lot of friends that want me now to get out of the house, do things and stuff, which I have. I went to see The Neverending Story, which they cut the scene basically where the horse goes under in the Swamp of Sorrows, and they did it because there were kids in there. And I saw that in the 80s. It didn't do anything. We understood what happened, and that's the problem with people today and kids today. They aren't exposed to things we were to make them a stronger person and everything. So a lot of my friends, because you guys know what's been going on, if you haven't seen my other part of my life series, because yeah, they've been scattered all over and everything due to the fact of what has been going on and me trying to get my life back from a situation. And it's the same situation. Everyone keeps telling me that I have to stop putting myself in the same situation. So, how do we go about this? Well, for starters, if you all have seen this before, this was sort of my present to myself, because when I graduated from college after so many years with a bachelor's and studying PR and communications and everything, it took a long time to get it. So I really wanted to be the princess that wears the cute tiara, right? Because it was my day, but that had gotten ruined. So I never really got a graduation party or anything like that. Okay. So you guys all know the story. You can go back in my videos and look at them, right? But one of my guy friends, he sat me down, right? I'm not going to give his name. He basically, well, I'm going to tell you he's gay. He feels bad for me sometimes and everything because he knows I have the most rotten luck when it comes to guys. And he's very concerned about me right now. Now, everyone told me stop dwelling on this, stop dealing with this, stop anything. But it has to do with everything in my life. All right. So that's why I started up the My Life series this way again. Because technically, my new year starts on my birthday because I'm born in the Wiccan New Year. I'm actually a New Year's baby. So Halloween night into the 1st is the Wiccan New Year. So, yeah, I'm a New Year's baby, if you go by that calendar. So he felt bad because he says you got to do something for your birthday. You got to go out. You got to get over this idiot. He's one of many idiots you're going to have. And I had to explain it to him because, like some of my friends, they stayed out of it. They wanted me and him to resolve it. But he sat me down and he said to me, he says, why don't you start the blog series again? He's actually the reason why I started the blog series again. Because he said, people have to see the side of you that they don't want to see because people like to taint your reputation. They like to call you every name in the book and things like that. It's true. People don't like to get to know me because they think that they really do know the type of person I am because they prejudge me. And that's a lot of things that's happened in my life. I've been prejudged. If you hear anything in the background, it's either my supers downstairs cleaning or my neighbors are closing the windows or we have some rain and everything. And if you see this little guy, that's my stitch. I have a ton of stitches. I am a stitch nut. And there is something I did that everyone also is blaming me for that. See, I don't know how to describe this because, see, okay. I don't want these to be like an hour long, but this one may have to be because this is all being done on my home computer. And like I said, once I start figuring out if this will work, I can edit these down and make them less time so you don't have to hear me ramble or anything. And I can put points on here so you can do things. But what do I want to say again? I'm sorry. It's just that there's so much on my mind because everybody is so concerned about me. I want to start up my business. I want to do this. All right. So how do I begin this? Well, for starters, I'm working on getting a P.O. box. So you guys here on YouTube can either send stuff, letters, talk to me about things, because this is why I want the P.O. box. And I have to explain why. All right. And it has to do with the situation I just got out of, because this is where it's, when you look at the My Life series. Okay. I had gotten my YouTube channel a long time ago, but all I ever put on there was when I went to conventions or little things like that, or little hobbies I did, like little movies I made, right? Then when I went back to school, my teacher wanted me, because he said, why don't you're a people person. You gravitate to people. People always know you're a good person. They don't like to, you know what I mean? He said, there's something about you that they always misjudge you and they don't understand why, right? So why don't you start something called like a blog or a vlog at the time when it was starting to be big? I said, okay, fine. I'll start it. I'll do it as a project. Okay. It turned into something I was trying to do as a regular series, because it also helped me to vent about all the stuff that had been going on in my life. People always presuming that they know me when they don't know me, that no one wanting to get to know me, and just basically prejudging me my whole life, right? So I figured, you know what, everybody's doing it, why not, right? If I ruffle a few feathers, oh well, what am I, a bitch, you know? I'm sorry, because I know with the new YouTube thing, we can't really curse on here, right? Especially if they're going to be monetized or anything. So I'll use certain words for certain things here because of everything. So how do I begin this? Well, basically 2011, 12, I started the series. I got to double check and go back into the videos and everything. And it was doing pretty good and stuff. And I had to document everything that went on in my life each day. Then my teacher's like, okay, if it doesn't happen, don't worry about it. Just do something, right? But a lot of times there wasn't anything going on in the day. Plus, I work for the government. I work for the Department of Motor Vehicles, and we can't give out information. So it was very hard to vlog about my day. I'd be like, here, I'm at the door, I'm at work, and then I'm home. I can't talk about my job because of the high risk security that we do. So my vlogs weren't as interesting as some people and everything, right? Everyone complained I was complaining too much, everything and stuff like that, but everyone has their own opinion. Then I would also vlog about all my exes, and this is where it gets into what I'm dealing with now. I would vlog about how basically growing up, being a tomboy, overweight, being bullied, and that's nothing. I've also been bullied as a kid by family and friends that I thought were friends, as well as cyberbullying now as an adult. Someone is cyberbullying me, all this stuff and everything. And that's what I'm going to get into more too. So I'm giving you some background on why the My Life series started, because it was to dispel rumors about me. That way people would understand my side of things, because no one would hear my side of things because everybody else was always right. Okay? See where I'm going with this? Okay? Because everyone thinks they know everything and they don't. I don't even know everything, but I will own up to my own faults and mistakes and everything. And boy, did I make a mistake with somebody, because I really thought they were my friend and everything. And this is the thing. This is my track record. But I'm also going to give you some background. All right? Like I said, once I get the P.O. box, I can post it here. I'll post it with all the other episodes and everything. You guys can send stuff, like if you have a question to ask me, because this is where I'm getting into about everything. Okay? Basically, grew up in a Irish Italian Catholic household, right? And everything, where very strict helicopter mom with bipolar manic depressive mother, we didn't know at the time, with a Vietnam vet father and a bratty sister who got away with murder. Trust me on that one. Okay? I'll leave it at that for you, because you guys can watch the videos about that. Just giving you the gist of it. All right? Then growing up, couldn't do anything, always being hovered by my mom, not allowed out, no one knew I existed, kept me hidden, okay? Until I had to do certain things, and I had to fight my way to get out. I even had to fight my way to go back to school years later. So I have this thing where I have trust issues, because this is where it comes into. People kept me hidden. People kept me not letting me have my own opinions. I had to follow what they said, or else I would be causing trouble if I went against the status quo, if you get my drift. Everything in that household had to be my sister, my mother, my sister, my mother. Okay? I had no life, no opinion, no nothing. Okay? They basically just kept me from doing things that a normal teenager would do. But at the same time, I also was shot with a ton of steroids that I kept telling everybody I'm allergic and everything, and I blew up to almost 300 pounds. You would never guess this, but I blew up to 300 pounds, and I had the side effects of it because I'm not doing plastic surgery, I'm not doing anything, right? So basically my weight would go up and down. Found out I had ovarian cysts, I have an intradermal lump in my knee, I was diagnosed with costochondritis, which led into the fibromyalgia. I have broken arms. I had a frog bite me on my arm. Don't ask if you want to win a bar bet. It's basically frogs have teeth, toads don't. You name it, go watch my videos. Okay, so when it came time for me to actually want to date, go out, do things and stuff, that was not allowed. My sister could, but I was not allowed to do that. No one would like me. According to my mother, I was ugly, unpretty. I was like the worst looking. I had Coke bottle glasses. I was the tomboy. No one dates the tomboy. No one cares about the tomboy. Everyone likes to leave the tomboy, right? And everything. Okay. That's my best buddy. That's this, right? And everything. I liked being a tomboy because it made me closer to my dad, because my dad had no sons, and basically got to work. That's how I spent my time with my dad. I got to work on the cars with him. I got to do everything, because a lot of times fathers and daughters don't get to interact with each other in this day and age. So I grabbed every opportunity when I was a kid to go with him to fix the cars, and plus it taught me how to be independent, you know? That I didn't need a guy around to change a tire. And the way these guys are today, my poor finger, I got my Metro, whatever, and yeah, you don't know what you guys are anymore. Some of you don't even know what you want in a life and everything, right? So, my father raised me very independent and everything, but at the same time, I was being hovered over. So, when I went to college, it was the college I didn't want to go to because everybody was paranoid about the trains and muggings and everything. And I met this guy there who now is a police officer in the 46th precinct, but I can't give his name or anything. I can just tell you that much. And he promises to stay away from me, and I stay away from him because he pushed me down a flight of stairs and abused me. He basically would stalk me and everything, and that's why I don't stalk. I don't understand why people think the worst of me when I know I've been stalked, I've been abused, I have been, let's just say this was when I was 17, 18, going to school, and then didn't date till I was 29, 30. You see the nice big gap because I had to get over that because I had to get restraining orders and everything else. So, yeah. And I didn't trust anybody. How could I trust anybody? My family let me down. Guys let me down, everything, right? I finally started to open up to things and stuff when I got kicked out of my house from my parents. I was doing background acting work with Law and Order and everything else, Rescue Me, all these shows and everything. And my mother had one of her episodes, kicked me out. I was living with my sister and everything. But you know what? It was a blessing in disguise because I got to date, I got to do things that I never got to do and learn about when I was a teenager and stuff. So, plus I was also gamer girl, geeky girl, anime girl, you name it. I was doing like things that people nowadays consider the norm. Back then, if you were into that, you were either a lesbian or everything, if a girl liked anime or anything. So, yeah, the standards have changed right now. So, basically, I meet these people I'm working with, everything, right? And the same thing. The guys all played me. They spread rumors about me. They told what happened between us, and I couldn't take it anymore. Then this one guy, after he was friends with somebody that I was dating or whatever it was, right? He started dating me, and everything was going fine until, and I got to be careful how I say this because in case kids watch it, I was still pure until he put a ring on my finger, if you get my drift. And then he basically cheated and lied, and I wasn't pure, but I would have still been pure because I was saving it for being married. And give me 1 second. People are ringing me right now because I have to put do not disturb because this is more friends that are basically concerned. This is where I'm getting to this point and everything. Okay. So what happened was, and everything, right? So after that, it's always been a track record with guys. They've called me, like I said, a bitch. They've called me hostile. They've called me chick on the side. They have called me the practice girl. They have called me, you name it, I got every name in the book. No one ever wanted me. And it was like that all the time. One guy, the last guy, because there was one in Brooklyn, there was one in this, there was one, we call him Deadwood, all stuff. Nobody wanted to keep me because they wanted the girl who was the little skinny mini big chested that would put out all this stuff, but meanwhile they never got to know me and what I like and do and everything. So as you all know from the other videos, in 2012 I was going to take a year off, and it was August of 2012, because this last guy basically was trying to use me for room and board and everything. Get it? So yeah, nobody wanted me for me, and I said I wanted to take time off. So I was tired of being bullied. I was tired of being this. I had girls calling me up, you name it. I get a email from OkCupid from this guy I had emailed, and he lived in the UK. I had a choice. I could have hung up, canceled it and everything, never dealt with him or anything. But I said, you know what? I have to learn to take chances. I never took chances. I never regret taking that chance, and I'm going to say that right now. Everyone says I should have just not answered that email because of what happened now 3 years later, 4 years later. But I don't regret it. And I forgive him for his stupidity and everything because of his own insecurities. But he has to understand this. He can't keep lying about me, and he can't keep telling false truths about me to satisfy his own drama and needs of his friends and everything. That's why I'm doing these blogs again, because I want everybody to see my life and how it is here. And I will be doing that because once I get these hooked up and everything and stuff, I'm gonna start vlogging so you guys can see who I really am. Because I will not have anybody taint my reputation anymore. So this is where I come to about my friends. They said, you have to now stand up for yourself. And I said, I've been standing up for myself. So this is what I want to talk about tonight. 1, I'm going to definitely keep vlogging when I can. 2, I'm taking time off from me, finally again. Because the saddest thing was about this is that the last time I was with somebody, and if you guys can do the calculations, I was actually being respectful to the person in the UK, because if we did finally do something, he would have been, you know what I mean? Because I was being respectful to him. I wasn't going around with anybody. I wasn't doing anything, but he had a habit of leaving me and coming back and begging me to take him back. But we were friends at the time. It wasn't until recently he had made me the girlfriend. And that's where I wanted to clear up everything with everybody. Because I have no idea what he was telling you all guys those last 3 years, almost 4 years. Because he would tell me one thing and tell people I know another thing. And that's why half of my friends are very upset with him, because he doesn't want to tell the truth. And I can't fault him for that, because he doesn't know what the truth is anymore, because he's surrounded by so many lies and everything, and he can yell at me all he wants now if he sees this. His friends can post whatever, but like I said, you want to send me something, you send it through the thing, because this is where it comes into. I started up with a podcast, and I've been doing well with that and everything and stuff, and finally getting back on my feet after what happened with him this past June, July, when he threw me away. He's not going to admit he threw me away, but he disappeared 3 days before the trip when I went out there to see him. So yeah. So all of a sudden people are posting these strange things, and they're not bullying against me, they're bullying against him. They were saying all this derogatory stuff and everything. And when I asked for help, I said, for the past 3 years, I have been bullied by your friends, and you won't do anything about it. None of them want to admit they're doing it. So either it's coming from you or it's coming from them. He didn't want to do anything. And then he was lying through his teeth, because I found information out. His best friend for 10 years was double talking me, basically telling me one thing and then telling him another. So you can't do that. I find out things, you know? So where did that leave me? I'd had to let him go. He used to let me go and come back. I had to let him go, but this time it's permanent. So everyone's like, no, he's not, you know, like he just doesn't know. He doesn't. I said, no, I'm tired of being disrespected. And that's what it was. All my life I've been disrespected by people because I let them disrespect me. He was no different. I let him disrespect me because I didn't see it as disrespect at the time, because I only knew half of it. When I saw the other half of it, I was done. He disrespected me when I was in the UK. He disrespected me to people on Facebook. I was being cyber bullied by his friends and asking for help. And some of the stuff was derogatory against him that they were posting. But I'm the bad guy. I am the bitch. I am whatever he wants to call me. because he cannot own up to the fact that he lied to people. Because I also had gotten phone calls from people after they saw these YouTubes and said, "We are so sorry. He told us this about you and we believed him." So, do you see what I mean, guys? Get to know me before you decide to prejudge me, because there's a lot of things that happen. Even one of his friends was in a serious situation, and I'm contacting all the friends on Facebook, and they said, "Oh, leave him alone," and everything. And then they go and curse me out in emails and everything. So this is where I also don't like to be cyberbullied. And I'm an adult. I'm an adult. I am going to, like I said, my birthday's coming up. I want to do more vlogs and everything because it's going to be my 40th birthday. And I want views from a 40-year-old, you know? I don't look it. And I'm thanking gods and goddesses for that, because I also am a Wiccan who practices tarot card reading and palm readings and loves Halloween and all this other stuff. I mean, I want to get more Halloween decorations because I decorate for the kids. That's the thing. This is what is sad about his friends and anybody else, even my past exes and everything. None of them got to know me. I used to do charity work. I used to, like, every Halloween, I still do it. I decorate as if I own a house. And I give out to the kids tons of candy. Because you know what? I live in a city where everyone has to be scared to go out their front door. But yet, why do I get prejudged by people who don't even know me because of someone who I considered my best friend, and then my boyfriend, and wanted my best friend back because we were trying to be boyfriend and girlfriend, who broke all promises to me and can't fix this? Do you know, all I ever wanted growing up, even from guys, I didn't care about flowers, rings, anything like that. I always wanted a locket. Ever since I was little, I always wanted a locket. Because I knew if the person gave me the locket, would be the one for me. Because they knew what to write in the locket. And I have visions sometimes from being a psychic. I know some people don't want to believe in it and everything, but they all are coming true. I even freaked him out on it. I even knew when he got a new phone, before he got his new phone. Okay, so guys, you can't pull the wool over my eyes. I know when you are lying. I just don't like the fact that you have to lie to others to make yourself look good. That's why I hate you. And I don't like using the word hate because I don't believe in hate, jealousy, or envy. I'm using hate in the fact that I'm very upset. Yes, I am heartbroken that my best friend did what he did. I am also upset that his friends are so two-faced that they didn't want to talk to me like a normal person and as adults. And that's why I'm not mentioning their names here, because this is the other thing. I called the United Kingdom police on him because prior to that, his best friend's friends had bullied me because that friend had injured themselves, and I was trying to get help for that person, and they just left him alone. And I blogged about it after I was being told that I threatened, and I did not threaten. I did everything right. That was based on what I called the suicide hotline for, and all the other stuff, because that person hurt themselves very badly. Okay? Because that's the only number I could call, because when I called another number, they said you have to call this number just to get the right things to say. But no one talked to me and heard my side and let me give the emails to them. So you see what I mean? And then everybody goes to me, even my friend. He goes to me. Okay, I have actually two guy friends, one that's straight and one that's gay. The straight one, he basically tells me, leave the bastard alone. You have a track record with guys. They always want you and use you for your connections and everything, right? They can't tell you the truth. They never want to, blah, 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 right? Then my friend who's gay goes, no. I can see where he's coming from, because he hadn't had, like, you know what I mean? He doesn't know you. He didn't want to get to know you. They both said that to me too. He said he didn't want to get to know you. You were just filler for all his other. You were a replacement for one of his friends. You were this, you know? And that's sad, because I didn't want to be another replacement for somebody that they couldn't have in life, because they're doubting themselves and they're lying to themselves. So, I know I'm ranting and raving, but it's only 25 minutes, right? But I wanted to get you guys to know, like, the gist of it, because you can watch all this on my YouTube page and see how I've been cyberbullied by family and ex-friends and people that don't even know me. You can see what my likes and dislikes are. You could see over the years what has happened, right? And I want you guys to. I'm tired of everybody, though, thinking this is a game that I'm playing, because I'm not playing games with anybody. Leave the games for the schoolyard, for the children. If you're over the age of 21, you should be considered an adult, concentrating on your life and everything. You shouldn't be bullying a soon-to-be 40-year-old old enough to be your mother because you don't want your best friend changing. Or your best friend is lying through his teeth about me to save face because he doesn't want to upset any of you, which is the stupidest thing when he said I was his friend. I was not his friend. He doesn't love me. He doesn't care about me. If he did, he would not have been doing what he did to me and lying through his teeth. The same like all my other exes. They lie through their teeth to save face because they don't know what they want in life. And trust me, you can watch all of that on here on my YouTube page. So guys, what I'm trying to tell you is this. Get to know me before you prejudge me. I'm sick and tired of it, and that's why I gave back him to all his friends. I walk away from all my exes. Like now, my poor foot, if you just saw me flinch, is the fibromyalgia because my toes are starting to curl. I had to say this because when I start vlogging now, you're going to see me living because I'm not waiting for him anymore. He doesn't love me. He doesn't care about me. I stated in my video before that if anyone approaches me on him, it will be reported to the police department here and in the UK. I want to live my life because even when he was in my life and even some of my exes, I was never in their life. It was always like, oh, what you want to do? I'm busy. I don't have time for you. I'm watching a movie. I have a mini movie marathon. I have this. Oh, I have to be with my family. But I'm your girlfriend. I'm your friend. I thought I was invited to these things. Oh, no, you're only invited to certain things. And I'm like, but yet then I would see posts of everybody else being invited, friends, everything, even him. Even this last one would never tell me he went anywhere, but he went with people because he didn't want to let people know I was with him or anything. And that's sad. He promised never to keep me hidden. He promised never to lie about me. And he broke a promise. But here's the thing. You break a promise to a witch, a Wiccan, karma does bounce back at you. Life is going to show you what you did wrong. And it's going to be a lesson learned. Mark my words. Because I've seen it too many times with my exes that they're calling me up and saying, get the spell off of me. I said, I didn't cast a spell. That's your own karma. Because a lot of people think witches are out to harm. We're not out to harm. Our first rule is harm none. We don't harm. We help. We keep the balance. We try to make it even, yin and yang it. Basically, whatever culture you believe in. But we're not out to do harm. The harm comes from your own karma. I have to deal with my karma, right? I have to deal with my sadness right now. I have to deal that I can still feel his heart. Because, don't ask. Because I'm also an empath. I also can feel everybody else. So I can feel his heart. I can feel all of my exes' hearts when they're around. Because some of them, this is the funny part I want to tell you guys. Some of my exes became my brothers and my best friends. Because they tried. And they actually worked it out with me. And didn't lie anymore. Some of them made the decision to walk away. But they left on good terms. They didn't do what this one did and lie through his teeth. And why I had to call the United Kingdom police. Because I was tired of the lies his friends were posting and everything else. He made it clear when I was out there. He didn't want me. I was done. He made it clear 3 days before the trip. He made it clear when he disappeared and his computer was breaking. So guys, it's a normal track record with me, and that's where I'm going to be learning my lesson. I'm going to be sitting here during Mercury's retrograde and sitting here getting on with my life. Getting my Halloween stuff, getting ready for birthdays, getting a P.O. box because I am going to definitely start dealing with my photos, gadget events, geek marriages, anything I am doing, even my crocheting and knitting, that if anything, I can sell. Because I need to get out of here and everything. I need to get back into my life because I gave up enough of my tears. I gave enough of my heart. And I gave up enough of my soul to this last person who I thought was finally going to be the one. Because here's the joke on all of them. His friends claimed that they wanted him with a local girl because they were afraid once his parents had passed away, he would have nobody because they feel that he's very insecure, childlike, and everything. Guys, you treat him like that and everything, unless he makes you treat him like that, but he's actually smarter than you think. And newsflash, even without him, I got off the plane in the UK and I wanted to stay in the UK. I was looking for work there because I don't feel like I'm home here in New York City. I like being here, but I don't feel like I'm home. I felt like I was home there, minus him, because I hadn't even seen him yet. And I'm getting off the plane and I'm like, I like it here. I'm even looking for work. I would have been a local girl. But you guys jumped the gun. He got scared. He ran. That's his MO. He runs. He's done it to me for all these years. But all of you out there, I know watch these, have to understand, by you guys cyberbullying me for the last 3 years, calling my phones, hanging up on me, doing everything because you were taking cues from him, which I found out from the United Kingdom Police Department, because he lied through his teeth about me to you. Guess what? You can keep him because I'm going to do me. Eventually, if he grows up and wants to talk to me again, he's going to have to talk to the United Kingdom Police Department and everybody else, because unless he comes with how to fix this, I never want to see him again. I really don't. I'm over him. I am, though, pissed because I wasted 3 years on him. Because if he did care about me as a friend, a best friend, and a boyfriend, he would not let you guys walk all over me. He would stand up for me. But because you are a constant in his life and I was nothing, and you guys made him think I was nothing, guess what? You can keep your nothing. And just like in the never-ending story, you guys are the nothings. And guess what? I'm the something. I gave myself a new name. And that's why I love my little tiara. Because you know what? This is my story. This is going to be my life. And that's what the name of these are, the My Life series. And starting tonight, with this episode 2, we are going to start my life. I am starting over again. I'm going to put this on really pretty because I don't want to mess up my pigtails because I have to clean in here. But the way the camera is, let's see, this way. There we go. Trying to put it on there. There we go. I'm the princess in the story. You know what? Not the princess. I am the queen. Just like Elsa, I am the queen. I have to let it go. And that was the theme of my graduation, and I can show you guys because I did it. Okay? 2015, I graduated, and my theme was let it go. And you know what? I had to let him go. I had to let all my other exes go because they were not good for me. When you disrespect me, keep me hidden, lie about me, you're going to cheat yourself out of somebody that was good. I had many exes come back to me and say, we're sorry. And that's why some of them are now on my page as my brother, as my friend. And their friends are my friends. Some walked away and their friends stayed. Some I let go because they were getting clingy. Either way, this is my life. This is my story. And those of you that want to hear it, I will have a P.O. box for you. Because I do not want anybody posting on here, because I had to report his friends for what they posted. If you guys want to be nice and post nice things on here, by all means, yes, positive things. But when you click the thumbs up and the thumbs down button, click it for the right reasons, because this is my life. You guys are watching my life. You're hearing my side of the story. And I would say, look at the rest of them from 2012, 2013, 14, and now we're in 2016. 4 years worth of my life. Why don't you see where this last guy falls in it and where all my other exes fall in it. Because since I was kicked out of my apartment with my parents in 2005, I have been on fast forward since my 30th birthday. These last 10 years, I have learned about being cheated on, disrespected, made a fool, bullied, cyberbullied, basically kept as a secret, tossed away so many times, you name it, all because I didn't fit their mold, because I didn't want to be a babysitter. I wanted someone to love me for me. And you know what hurts? Is that the last one who left me promised he was going to love me for me. And his friends made him, which I thought were his friends, made him do it, but it was really him. He doesn't love me. He just wanted someone to fill a void because his best friend he couldn't get to. And she also stabbed me in the back by lying to me. So you all can keep your friends because you have your own little clique there. And like I said, this is the My Life series. This is my life. You wanted to know the truth behind it? You wanted to know what happened? Watch all the episodes. Don't pick and choose. There's some I had to even block on here because too many people felt that it was not my place. But this is my life, and I'm vlogging about it. So, if I hear anything derogatory against me or negative because you feel I am hurting your friend, why don't you ask him how he hurt me? Or why don't you guys actually act like adults and talk to me? Because I want to now talk about celebrating my birthday. Since I thought I was going to celebrate it with someone special, finally, even though in the last 3 years he's never bought me a birthday present, he's never bought me a Christmas present, because he always breaks up with me around this time. Even as a friend, he disappears. So he doesn't have to buy me anything. That's why I'm calling it even on his parents paying. Oh, by the way, his parents paid for the plane ticket. That was a gift to me. And I'm stating it on here. That was a gift. Okay. The money I spent on the dress to go visit, to go out there, and all the luggage and everything else that I bought, everybody broke even. I'm not a bitch. And there was something I put on Facebook that I really like and I want to read to you guys because it's the funniest thing about it. I found this. Actually, my friend sent it to me. Because like I said, it says, I never gave you a reason to hate me. You just created your own little drama of pure insecurity. And that's what it was. He was insecure. Same as like my other exes. I had 3 of them that were so insecure because they were afraid of me. Because I would taint their reputation. It says it right on my Facebook. I've written everything every guy has ever done to me. I just thought this one would be different. And the sad thing was he kept his OkCupid page open. Never closed it. So I don't know what line he's telling anybody else. But as of about a week ago, I had blocked him on Facebook and everything. So I have no idea what he's up to. Do I care? I miss him. Yeah. Even though he was a fracked up friend. When he was a friend, and he would ditch me all the time and stuff and blame me for it, which I never understood, especially in 2014, December. But like any guy, they always do it to me. And then they come crying and calling back, except this one I gave 4 chances to. Usually you only get 1 chance, but he hadn't done as bad as the other ones had done. I mean, I had one guy, oh my God. Like I said, I was pushed down a flight of stairs, abused, hit, everything. So from age 18 to age 29, 30, yeah, that's a big gap when you don't want to date. And then to have one guy play me against an old lady. I had one guy didn't tell me he had 3 other girls. I had one guy that didn't tell me he was bisexual because his boyfriend was like, oh, so you're the side chick. I was like, okay. So yeah, people, if you ask me things, I'm going to tell you things because I've been played so much by players, and my best friend, he's a player. He taught me a lot. He said to watch out for when I got played by players. And that's what saved me, except this one snuck under the radar. So this is where, like I said, you hit the thumbs up, you hit the thumbs down. I don't care. You can't hurt me anymore. This is just of my life. Take it as it is. It's not your life, but you can get a piece of it. You understand it. 40 minutes. Wow. Maybe this one will be an hour because right now, like I said, I'm working on a P.O. box. You can write me letters. You can send things. Maybe send me a birthday card on my birthday because I'm going to be talking about that soon. You know? I mean, I do Halloween stuff. If you want to send me old decorations for Halloween, you can send them to the P.O. box once I get one. I mean, I want to decorate things for the kids. I love doing it. You have to see my Facebook. You have to see my Instagram and everything. I will put things like that on here because I'm starting this series back up. Because now I have the time. I'm not babysitting anybody. And if I get cyberbullied by them, it just goes right to the UK police. Like I said, I've dealt with enough in my life to know when I'm being played and everything. I just gave him too many chances, and I walked away this time. So, like I said, if you guys are watching this, why don't you ask me? Don't presume anything. Don't lie about what he does, because he doesn't want me. One of them actually put that he wanted me back. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? He didn't want me. He never wanted me. From day one, he never wanted me. Unless he can prove me wrong on that, he never wanted me. I enjoyed being out there with him, but he left me alone out there in the UK. Everybody else came first, and that's the thing. No one else, I don't like that. Everything always comes first before me in anything, even when I was in this family. She won't complain. She won't complain. No, now I complain because I'm standing up for myself. I'm standing up against cyberbullying. I'm standing up against any exes that I've had in the past, present, and future who think they can control me. I will not be a good girl anymore. I never was a good girl. I may have been when I was 5. But you know what? I'm an adult. I'm a woman. And I'm a very damn good woman, especially in a lot of things. And you can take that any way you want. But at this point, I'm telling you all right now, if you want to get to know me, watch the rest of my videos, see everything. Once I have the P.O. box up, you guys can send me messages. And like I said, here's the rules on this. If you send me anything derogatory, threatening, or anything like that, that does not condone a good nature of a person, and you want to just keep bullying me, all that stuff will be collected and shipped and scanned to all the police department. I want to make this fun. I want to show you what my life is like with my crazy family and everything. Because right now, things are crazy. Because all of you misjudged me and prejudged me. All based on a bunch of lies. And you know what? I feel sorry for you all. But I do forgive you all. You know why? Because you can't change stupid. So, this is the My Life series. This is episode 2. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up that I'm going to be getting the P.O. box and it'll be on soon. And that Stitches with me. And my sign that says, be happy, be bright, be you. And I'm being me. And it seems that everybody likes me for me, except for you people, because you don't want to, you just want to prejudge me. Because you can't get your way. You know what? That's a challenge. And I don't want to challenge anybody, but you know what? This is my life. So give me that thumbs up, thumbs down. I don't care. But if you write anything derogatory on here, it will be reported to YouTube and everybody else. We want to be happy here. You can ask me any questions, private message me. Once I start setting the pages up, once I start getting the stuff together, once I start getting all the other things, you can see me on the outside and I'll just edit everything. But right now, guys, hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs down. I will talk to you guys soon. And welcome to the My Life Series 2016. And hopefully I'll have a happy birthday to show you. Bye, guys.